Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, radiant golden ones of the great ascension awakening. There is a gentle breeze blowing through town, carrying the whispers of the sacred that is here and that is to come. The great arrival and prime disclosure is at hand. The kingdom of God is being received by all open hearts of the way. Allow yourself to be carried by the sweet sounds of the Tao into the silence and stillness within. The power is in the silence. This is the center of the sacred hoop, the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, source. Our Buddha mind is the source of all frequency. From the very first, not a thing is. This is Mu. We are in the final days of all false control systems. Release, relax, and let go of all that is holding you down, keeping you in the lower vibrations and density of the old 3D earth. Keep the faith that Prime Creator is in control and all is unfolding in divine time. Trust in the process. Let us be grateful for all that we are, all that we receive, and all we have to give, even if it is simply a smile to a stranger or a hug to a friend. After all, strangers are just friends we haven't met yet. Let us assist Gaia and the ascension process with the power of our almighty I Am presence and the violet ray as we blaze this realm with the purifying flame of Saint Germain. Hold the visions of the new earth and continue the transformation with our pure intent and divine will. Lord Ganesha is assisting us by removing all obstacles along the path for our direct experience of our infinite multidimensional self. All barriers are self-imposed, regardless if we remember or not, for the universe is in perfect harmony, but sometimes the mind gets in the way. By mind, we mean the little mind. The big mind of God is the way, our highest self, our highest light. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am that I am. This is the pure awareness of Buddha consciousness, or we can say Christ consciousness or cosmic consciousness. All concepts, fingers pointing to the same moon of enlightenment. We get what we give, so give your love, bliss, and blessings to the best of your abilities. In these final days, we are all doing the best we can with what we have. This is all part of our divine destiny written in the stars upon infinity. With the eyes to see and the ears to hear, we experience the symphony of the Great Spirit, both within and without. Rejoice, for love has won. Something sacred this way comes. We are the event. Victory to the light. The last act is being played out to complete our quantum leap of consciousness into the new human of Homo Luminous and into the new earth of Noosphoricus Terra Nova Gaia, Mothership 33. Aho! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 19 degrees, 11 minutes Gemini. The sun is at 28 degrees, 3 minutes Leo. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 29 degrees Leo. A mermaid emerges from the ocean, ready for rebirth in human form. Beautiful, remember that. Current Sabian symbol for the moon at 20 degrees Gemini. A cafeteria with an abundance of choices. From AstrologyWeekly.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Rasha. It is to be expected that moments of profound clarity are interspersed with episodes of diminished response, where one's performance in a given interaction is less than elevated, and reflective of the vibrational levels embodied in the moment. Do not fault yourself in these momentary setbacks. For full integration of the principles upon which you are working at the deepest level is a gradual and ongoing process. The testing conditions with which you are living in these times allow the principles in question to be fully integrated. The application of the understandings is given a full range of opportunity to be expressed as life experience, and one is able to reach a place within where one can feel whether or not one is attuned at the higher frequencies, and know when one is operating from the higher end of one's energy spectrum and when one is not. With each choice made and in every encounter, one reinforces the levels at which one is able to perform in one's day-to-day life. As the principles are integrated into one's response mechanism, and the reflex reactions of cultural conditioning are deleted, one emerges in a balanced, harmonious state that precludes the possibility of being drawn into encounters that would jeopardize those rarefied levels. The conscious sidestepping of questionable encounters and compromised environments help to reinforce one's heightened levels of attunement and one's ability to sustain those levels consistently. One becomes aware of a newfound self-protectiveness, stemming not from fear but from self-love. With it comes a recognition of one's right to honor and hold exalted the sanctity of that state of being. From the onenesswebsite.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Linda Lee. Dear family of warriors, the energies were very dense today. The Divine says that it is because the Divine, the company of heaven and light workers, have been working very hard to transmute the unwanted energies on earth. Now the process is successful. The light has won. The Divine says that our light workers have been working very hard, and the result is remarkable. The Divine recommends us to relax and let the anxiety and density go. Know all is well, and the Divine plan is working well. That is the news. Divine love for you, Linda Lee, the Divine and the company of heaven. So it is. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Wanda, Vitali. We are pure source partially focused in a field we call a body, with incredible sensory capabilities. Through our sensory experiences that are catalysts, we expand consciousness and source. The intelligence of this multiverse never fails to amaze me. We can trust ourselves when we learn to give ourselves what we really need. It's not someone else's job to make us feel better, feel worthy, or feel loved. It's our responsibility to love the one who feels afraid, isolated, unworthy, and rejected. As we learn that we can rely on ourselves to give us the love and compassion we truly need during change, we can rely on the same to create the lives of our dreams. When the body is calm, ideas flow in and the next step shows up. We can create our own economy. We can create nourishing relationships with those who honor our uniqueness. We can create thriving businesses without ever getting caught up in how. We can create new systems, innovations, and community. From the empoweredempaths.com. And from Divine Brothra of the Light, Pars Kute. The global energies have shifted. We, the light love of Divine, always win. As the new earth approaches, our way of thinking is being challenged more and more. The veil is thinning and lifting as our consciousness expands. This is a requirement for entering the new dimension with the raising of our vibrations and frequencies. The old paradigm and archaic belief systems are falling to the wayside to make room for the new. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ali Ray. For a time, and each their own, as we expand in higher vibrational frequencies and blissful breakthroughs, we are almost completely met with an experience we would call the opposite. We experience ourselves in a heightened state of love, peace, joy, and awareness. And then, as if some cruel joke, we are hurled off a cliff of sorts to hit the ground in shock, grief, and fear. Suddenly we are met again with our vulnerability. The child within us is there quivering. What is happening? Why is this happening? Do not be afraid or hopeless, beloveds. Whatever is happening, whatever you are feeling, allow it. Allow it all. All aspects of our being are being called home into oneness. The polarities within us, the opposites, the happy, the sad, the angry, the confused, the adult, the child, the lover, the friend, the daughter, the son, the mother, the father. Every aspect we have identified as us is being brought back into view to be seen by us, to be received by us, to be loved by us, and to be returned into wholeness, the wholeness of our being. This is an energetic process of expansion and contraction for a time, an experience of polarity, of intense ups and intense downs, and it's all okay. It truly is, even if it doesn't feel like it when we are experiencing it. If this is happening for you, know that you are not alone. This is happening in the collective. This is happening as love is calling all hearts home, back into wholeness. This is a truly holy happening. As we flow through these experiences and allow the experiences to be, without the judgment and analysis of our minds, we discover we are held by the peace that is present in our being. We begin to move into a state of witnessing the experiences instead of identifying with them. We begin to merge with the peace and silence that was once only in the background of our experiences. As the mind begins to quiet down, we open ourselves to a miraculous and holy unfolding. So breathe easy, allow whatever arises to arise. Bring your love and comfort to the aspects of you that arise in need. Judge none of it. Allow the peace within you to hold it. Be held in peace. The love that is all that is within you, holding you. It is time now to feel this. A simple allowing, a remembering. No effort is required. You are so very loved, all is truly well. I so love you, beloveds. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Tinos Island, August 20th, 2022. As Mars has entered and stands at 0 degrees of Gemini, the twin, this is the message I unexpectedly received this morning by the twin flames. Message. The twin flames were attacked and bound by the Saturnian archons at the beginning of time, who they used specific black magic techniques to create separation, malice, dark thoughts, mistrust, aggression, violence, and hatred between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These energies started spreading throughout all the directions of the spiral of time, affecting all of the twin flames aspects. The twin flames are breaking free and clearing from all these malefic, diabolic, and dark energies that were created on purpose to misdirect and hurt their sacred unions and perception. The twin flames are now bringing future, past, and present in one clear, pure, and organic direction, that of the return to the true eternal life. The twin flames are the wise elders, and they know how to do it. You are the elders who bring correction and healing to yourselves and all of humanity. These are sacred moments. Please attend to your inner twin flame union and bring purification, liberation, and relief in all levels and aspects, including the physical. Blessings of total liberation and salvation. Adriane. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. Blessings, beloveds. We are entering our unique Stargate alignment next week, August 21st through the 29th. This influx has presented strongly in my awareness for months, specifically August 23rd through the 25th. You have probably felt the intuitive nudges from your higher levels to prepare for a new experience. We haven't had a date-related Stargate influx in a while, and the light waves of this next jump are consistent in meditation and visions. This acceleration phase delivers pure unity consciousness, providing support for upcoming timeline trajectory shifts. Having a strong Stargate influx right now feels wonderful, mystical, and purposeful. We are ready for more new light intelligence to flow through our divine presence conduits. More activation, heart openings, and a unique empowerment for keepers of the new realm of crystalline presence fields. The crystalline heart gate is a stargate. As we become one with the organic stargate systems, we become a conduit of these new energies. Solar activity is active again. This affects us directly since the sun within and the solar network of stargates are one. The more coherent the heart, the more crystalline frequencies are felt, received, and delivered. This is the divine human heart grid, and it is accelerating change with this year's presence activations. Geomagnetic storms, flares, and plasma influxes are delivery systems for cosmic intelligence. Get outside and connect with the stargate flows to receive while the veils are thin and influxes are powerful. These stargate flows bolster new collective realities, new harmonic sequences in our crystalline DNA, and a new level of quantum awareness. More light, more presence and form, which in turn changes our experience of life on Gaia. The mid-geostorm activations have surprised us this year with their consciousness-shifting, heart-opening strength. Even with the fair warning of gateway passages, it's best to be flexible, open, and prepared for consistent acceleration. Many of you can feel the galactic activity stepping up as a result of widespread presence activations. We hold this crystalline presence field as one and anchor new experiences quickly. DNA mutations increase, our perspective widens. A lot is happening with the new experience of consistent presence connection. All is aimed at amplification of the presence in order to reveal the new realms of Gaia and the divine human trajectory. Acceleration brings rapid dismantling. However, it also amplifies divine revelation, resolution, and resurrection. Preparation and participation. This is a big upgrade for the heart center. Crystalline heart care, applied love, gratitude, forgiveness, neutrality, emotional and mental balance, especially during solar activity, hydration, meditation on 0 point, and movement all assist with integration. The sun is emanating very strong codes and literal radiation. Don't overdo exposure and don't hide from it either. Feel the effect on your body and listen to your higher levels. Geomagnetic storms are our friend. Cosmic rays penetrate our realities when the magnetic shields are stressed. Connect with Gaia and assist her with receiving and emanating these new frequencies. Organic stargates will be active. Prepare your territory and heart for maximum reception. Feel the divine perspective of presence. A radical awareness shift for many, and apply it to your life stream. Take action, shift choices to align with the new perspective when possible. When we physicalize the change within, the realities shift faster. This is a palpable sensation as the brain, heart, and perception expand their capacity for multidimensional awareness. Clear your space and crystals for the influx. Be sure to get your Stargate crystals outside and connect to the master crystals during the peak energies of August 23rd through 25th. Water fasting, only water, no food, prepares the body for crystalline light body amplification and DNA reconnection. If this aligns with your guidance and personal health conditions, give the body an opportunity to reset. A brief fast, 1 to 3 days, gives your body a chance to clear old energy and catch up with these biophotonic crystalline mutations. Support the divine heart empowering frequencies of freedom and creativity. This is a beautiful passage to begin something new, express the new realm experience of freedom, and release what feels dense or cumbersome, launching the next acceleration. While Gaia is literally speeding up, this is in the mainstream right now, more global acceleration focus. The true acceleration is about unity consciousness and collective trajectory shifts. These jumps in vibration are inevitable. Our unified participation in the ascension process assists all willing hearts in crossing the bridge to a new experience. Let us unify our ascending hearts during this unique opportunity to ensure the new realm trajectory accelerates with purity, ease, and grace. In love, light, and service, Sandra Walter from AscensionPath.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Asara Adams. Energy Update by Adama of Telos. Greetings, beloved ones. We are most joyous to connect with you here today, and we are sending you our utmost love from the heart of Telos. Dear one, as you are moving through your ascension journey, you will encounter critical mile markers that will be important decision points. When you are experiencing these choice points, one option will delay your ascension and one will accelerate your ascension. There is no right or wrong decision, only a longer path or a shorter path to ascension. These choice points will test your integrity and commitment to your spiritual path. You might encounter them with your spouse, family members, work, and so on. Your decision might depend on your order of priorities. If you wish to accelerate your spiritual attainment, then the order of priorities is as follows. God first, then people, then money. That means when you love God and your I Am presence of God first, as well as the spiritual principles of ascension, then the people around you will follow, or at least respect it, or make way for people who are more aligned with your priorities. When this alignment is strong, then all good things will enter your life, such as abundance, health, success, and the fulfillment of the divine plan. So when you are at one of these choice points, we recommend to look up to your I Am presence of God first before considering the different aspects of the decision. Once you have received an inner knowing and guidance from your I Am presence of God, you will see that all will come into perfect alignment. Just continue to connect with your I Am presence of God and hold steadfast to this guidance. Trust that whatever happens then is for the highest good. You will be amazed how wonderful your life and spiritual journey will turn out. Dear ones, if you are serious about ascending in this lifetime, this commitment to your I Am presence of God is required. Know that God and your I Am presence of God has unlimited love for you and will always guide you perfectly. We champion your victory in the light. Welcome home. We send you all so much love. You are carried on the wings of angels to bring forth the new earth. Know in your heart that you are always surrounded by your angels, ascended masters, guides, galactic families of light, and yes, also by your family and friends in Telos, and always will be. Dear ones, we are walking with you on this journey, and you are loved beyond measure, always. I am your brother Adama of Telos. Thank you, Adama, channeled from Asara Adams, TelosChannel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Grandma Chandra. Getting out of the Lion's Gate, you will be catapulted into the new energies. This released all unnecessary loads from your energetic bodies, so you are very pure in your energetic body. With this energy that you received and accumulated during the Lion's Gate, you are going forward even faster than before, as well as higher and more multidimensional. Our activity is reaching all the other people who are communicating with us in all the spheres of life. It doesn't matter if you go with someone in the same car or go to the same restaurant, farmer's market, or post office. Wherever you go, you are leaving sparkles of life. The bodies of people you are contacting are ready to accept, and the sparkles of life have already started their work. These fire sparkles are being sent from the new reality that you are transmitting to others. You are actively charging everybody's energy who are in your energetic path. Some will accept it and start to modify their bodies according to God's sparkle. Some won't, and they become like black holes in outer space. They made their choice. They don't want this gift. The moment they throw it away, they are crossed out. There is no middle anymore. It is either light or dark. Understand this. Make choices and help those who are ready to go forward. Pray and empathize with those who decided to leave. There will be no more time for fence sitting. There is no more waiting gap. It is either light or dark. Those who are in the light will go forward as a very strong, very fast, shiny group. Hugs and love to you all, Grandma, from GrandmaChandra.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. We are asked just to allow all the energetic restructuring to settle in and to root ourselves now firmly into the new earth. More than this, as much as this is an inner shift, to keep our eyes fixed on the vision of what we wish to anchor into the new earth as souls and into the new golden age. This means to keep looking outwards to new horizons opening up, and thus through the windows of our souls, with the end destination in view. I am reminded of this as I am looking out of my window into the bay and expanse before me. Even if we as yet do not yet quite know what the new age will look like, we can tune into the new earth and new golden age and feel it through the open portal of our heart and soul. Thus, when we firmly root ourselves in the new earth, we are laying the foundation stones down for a totally new and much higher dimensional life. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. Higher light roll. Can you feel the higher light encodings permeating your light body, assimilating throughout your community as galactic light awareness filters through? Universal awareness is expanding ever so gently, yet intuitively awakening the construct. The higher light encodings are designed to vibrationally resonate, permeate your light field as you vibrationally attune and expand. See these higher light words as transmitters, simply anchoring light within your construct, expanding so effortlessly beyond. As higher light formulates like the joining of atoms, it is simply a positive and negative new light formation. See words with vibrational light tones merging and joining in the higher dimensions, creating higher dimensional light codes for the higher light assimilation of your world, to enhance and widen the collective consciousness of your reality. Simply feel into this light message, beyond the physical tones, beyond vibrational sound, expansion of your light body, sending waves of cosmic love, the Arcturians and Karen, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Meg Benedict. We are experiencing escalating solar activity as Earth advances towards solar maximum in 2025. This past week since Lionsgate has been especially intense. The annual gateway acts like a threshold point, a launching pad for new energy streams to materialize. We experience the phenomenon like a sonic boom, an exploding force that propels us into the next level of our evolution. True to form, Lionsgate shattered another glass in my hand as my energy hit threshold. We are currently in a system override on planet Earth. We see evidence of global thresholds bursting and intense solar flares, melting ice caps, extreme climate changes, and the rising frequencies of the geomagnetic field. The explosion of information and the global internet revolution reflects the emergence of the galactic infusion of plasma light, ether, intelligence spiraling from the galactic vortex. It is a step-by-step process of upliftment into the higher holographic realm of enlightenment. Earth is in the process of realigning with the galactic grid flux, the natural rhythm of the planets and stars in the cosmos. As you level up into higher awareness, the physical realm, the particle field begins to flex and morph as a vibrant field of energy. Everything around you flows and forms in a mutable realm of dynamic creation. As you evolve and expand into quantum consciousness, you begin to witness and understand the holographic nature of reality. Teetering in this balance point of polarized charge exists all distortion patterns and stuck emotional energy. These powerful galactic gateways trigger the release of stagnant density from the body, heart, and mind. I've been healing and clearing layers of stored resentment, and bitterness from a lifetime in the patriarchal power system. As you reach a higher threshold, the old energies unlock and release. When light is alive and activated in the holographic mind, your visualizations are projected into the quantum field, carrying the light with them. Photon light is the carrier of consciousness, the intelligent information that particulates into physical matter. Not only does DNA absorb photon light, it emits light and biophoton emissions to materialize your physical reality. By morphing the matrix of matter through intense light purification, photons transfer sentient intelligence of light language into the DNA. It is your holographic blueprint that bridges the physical with the astral bodies. It is our path of light, illuminating our way home. From NewEarthCentral.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, at this time of profound transformation and hence activation, in which many are beginning to literally birth a new and more illumined self, we have the opportunity for the first time in our human history to anchor the current planetary energies and begin the process of fusion, which involves the merging of opposites to trigger the ascension process in our bodies. The energies that we are descending are unifiers, sun codes, to help us create more synthesis in all aspects of ourselves before we can continue creating our new reality. As we embody these energies, we start feeling the effects of the energetic activations they cause to our bodies. We can feel confused, have intense fatigue, headaches, and a total lack of vitality or energy that impede us to do our daily activities with grace as we used to. When this occurs, our bodies give us the message of taking care of them in new ways, as it signifies that they cannot at the moment embody such an amount of energy. Then we need to conduct the energy, commanding it how to specifically act, so the process does not collapse our bodies, but stimulates and revitalizes them. We need to understand that the energies do not do anything on their own, as long as we consciously choose to anchor them and co-create with them. It is then when we need to give them a purpose, whether it is healing, clearing, or DNA reconnection. Otherwise, they will not do the inner work for us. Energies that invite us to complete a cycle through releasing an old self and begin the intentional creation of a new timeline based on all we have learned, remembered, and mastered. A new harmonic space that is anchored, as guides showed me, through the Lyran portal, as it is our first origin in our galaxy, a 12D portal that can help us rejuvenate if we consciously ask for it and restore ourselves to begin birthing the new life that we desire to experience next. The Lyran 12D gate is the one that we can go to renew ourselves, for it is where our true essence lies, as it is who we used to be before having the physical appearance that we possess now. A 12D consciousness space where we can reconnect with our God self and receive from a higher intelligence the visions for our new creations. The Lyran gate is where everything begins and ends. Visualize the authentic Vesica Pisces symbol. It is the origin of all creation in our dual galaxy. This is where 12D consciousness fragmented itself to begin a more dense experience, to birth new worlds and realities. This is where we can move our consciousness to begin again the process of our own creation. For it is the space where we are not limited by time and space, as there is no beginnings or ends. During this process, calling upon the creative, loving, and restorative essence of the third ray of creation will help us in bringing unconditional love, harmony, and joy into our being, and everything that we desire to bring into life. When we are in a process of creation, first we need to infuse our body cells, having first done the previous inner work with the pink rose color from the third ray. So we first bring more love and harmony to our cells, as everything begins within, before it can pass to be a physical creation. Many times the lack of energy occurs because of the damage that lies in our mitochondrial cells. as they no longer create energy for themselves due to outer substitutes, and we need to completely restore their functions so we can begin to embody the life force that is meant to give us the vitality required for us to anchor more light and continue with our daily life. This is why connecting to this ray and its loving and restorative function is so important, to soothe the body and to create more love where fear used to abide. Everything begins by first embodying the love and the joy that we are in nature. As if we do not come back to who we truly are, we cannot align with the frequency of our inner creator, and that is always one of joy, love, and harmony. With infinite love, Natalia Alba from StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Debbie Edwards. Accessing hidden knowledge with the moon in Gemini, August 20th, 2022. Today we put on our thinking caps and make critical judgments and adjustments involving the people in our circle. The moon in Gemini is trine to Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. The moon is also squared to Mercury in Virgo and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. There is little room for emotional communication at this time, or big, lofty, idealistic exploration. Instead, we are harnessing a more mathematical and analytical point of view. Realism and concrete facts will be important to us at this time. This is how we connect the dots to the answers we are seeking. Karmic cycles are coming to a close, and with them, we are receiving a lot of downloads as to why. We are being granted access to the hidden knowledge we've been trying to uncover up to this point, simply to better understand the hows, whys, and whats involved in the closing out of long-term cycles. Lessons are being learned, choices are being made for our betterment going forward, and we are also being released of the tethers that kept us in stagnation. The awesome part about working in the shadow energies of Gemini and Aquarius are that we get to face destructive tendencies that our minds have created from distorted points of view. These distortions are rooted from the way our thoughts trigger the past and the way we can sometimes spin out on anxiety or inflated phantom reasoning that lead us away from better judgments. We are learning what it means to rise above the adversity of our own minds and the way we may have been sabotaging growth for ourselves due to negative thinking, rapid impulsive action, or talking ourselves out of fantastic new opportunities. We get to cut the strings to the balloons of thought that no longer serve us, and that we are free. It is as though we are walking into the Akashic Record Hall and accessing everything we could ever need to about the situations that are important to us. Not only are we able to better translate the signs, symbols, and cryptic messages stored there, but we are better able to remember and catalog all of what we are reading. This is also where we get to dust off the books of our lives that we haven't given enough attention to, and ready ourselves to become immersed in those stories with newfound perspectives and wisdom. From MetaVisionaries.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Vivian McAuliffe Brown. Mars in Gemini, flying high. 20th of August 2022 to March 25th, 2023. Mars in Gemini is exciting, positive, and uplifting. Our drive, energy, and joy will increase significantly as the flames of the fire planet of Mars are fanned even higher by the quick and light-footed air sign of Gemini. Mars changing signs from Taurus into the sign of Gemini is a rebirthing time and reset in the areas of joy, creativity, success, and self-expression. It's everything we need to take flight with renewed optimism and lust for life. We can feel a sense of restlessness and the urge for adventure, reawakening our sense of wonder. It's about dreaming and imagining, but also having the courage to chase our dreams. We can use these energies as a catalyst to initiate change, expansion, and diversity in our lives, pioneering and daring. You no longer have to wait for permission or validation from others. Life will begin to flow more quickly, more smoothly, and pick up pace. There will be less chaos and things will begin to fall into place more readily, helping us to successfully move forward. Those things that you have been putting off for ages and feeling stuck will suddenly be so much easier to complete. We will be infused with a well-needed dynamic impetus of get up and go, feel more drive, motivation, and enthusiasm. There is something extra special and rare about this event, as Mars will stay in Gemini not just for the usual 6 weeks, but a total of 7 months. Mars usually takes approximately 15 months to go once around the zodiac, usually spending 6 weeks in one sign. Approximately every 2 years, Mars stations retrograde, which makes the phase last longer in one sign, around 12 weeks in total. So 7 months in one sign is an unusual and rare event and gives us plenty of time to get moving and reach our goals, getting us to our desired destination. This is good news for us all, especially because Mars the warrior will not be making challenging aspects to the big heavyweight planets, Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter, which could potentially further aggravate the current difficult global challenges, as has been the case for the past 3 months with both Mars in Aries and then in Taurus, as Saturn and Uranus make an almost exact square within half a degree, once again in late September and October for the last time until 2043. Mars in Gemini will help us personally and collectively to navigate and transition with greater ease and flexibility through this period that can bring change and challenges with it that will ultimately benefit us all for the better. Our plans, projects, ideas will start to take flight, finally getting off the ground. Our way of thinking will become lighter and more flexible, less fixed on certain ideas of how things should be, and we will feel emotionally more optimistic as we become aware of all of our many different possibilities and options. During the next 7 months, we can free our minds from too much overthinking, Gemini, and finally put our ideas into action, Mars. We will be more open to new perspectives of how we live our lives, higher learning, making new friends, and trying out completely new things will become a priority. This is much needed after the isolation and restrictions over the past 2 years. The presence of Mars in Gemini also indicates that the coming winter will not see our social and daily life under too many restrictions. Mars in the air sign of Gemini will illuminate the areas in our lives where we have been leaving too little space for the Gemini qualities of lightness, joy, play, and self-expression. Gemini, the butterfly of the zodiac, teaches us not to let ourselves be weighed down too much by our worldly problems, but to connect to our true spirit and lightness of being, our infinite nature and eternal youth, and how to fly high above it all. Just like the butterfly, we can go through important changes with grace and lightness. The next 7 months is the time for adventurous dreamers to unite, to find your tribe, people who inspire and uplift you. Mars symbolizes the quest to express individuality, to assert willpower, and to create vitality for initiating new cycles of experience. In the sign of Gemini, expressing and communicating our thoughts, ideas, emotions, our creative talents will be of utmost importance. It's time to reclaim our inner joy and lightness of being. Mars in the sign of Gemini is about finding our inspiration and awakening our inner child, where we once knew everything was possible. Joy is our natural state, the source of which is our inner child, that we need to reconnect to and keep alive and well on a regular basis. Gemini loves diversity and has an insatiable curiosity, increasing our desire to meet new people, try out new hobbies or new avenues of learning, anything that reignites your inner spark. Gemini is the sign of youthfulness, whose source of the fountain of youth is her inner lightness of being and joy. When we embrace our inner joy and lightness, we defy age and our ability to keep our inner spark alive, and youthfulness becomes eternal. Joy is such a powerful feeling that it can rarely be communicated through words. Try expressing and multiplying your joy through dancing, singing, laughing, or any other way that screams about freedom, passion, and happiness. Let us dance in the sun wearing wild flowers in our hair. Susan Paulus shoots. 4444 coming in 88 portal from empower-astrology.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mars enters Gemini. Life is about to get very busy. Empty your inbox, sort the paperwork, arrange meetings. The quicker we get organized, the clearer our heads will be for the times ahead. The entry of Mars into Gemini heralds the beginning of a 7-month chapter, as the red planet will retrograde here later in the year. With Mars in Gemini, there is a desire for mental stimulation. Thoughts move like lightning, and quick-fire replies are on the tip of our tongue. The impetus is, don't think about it, do it. The tempo of life speeds up. It could feel like information and messages are coming at us from all different directions. Whilst the ability to multitask is increased, guard against energies becoming scattered. Restlessness and impatience are common under this influence. Conversations are heated, tempers are quick, words become weapons. Focus on debate to challenge your thinking. Make room for other perspectives. If your internal voice veers towards aggressive goading, nip it in the bud. Use motivating mantras instead to keep you engaged with your goals. Read, listen, learn, teach, share knowledge, connect. The mind is a tool. Education is strength. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Zolkeen Times, Keen 94, White Electric Wizard. Electric is the name for the number 3, and its keywords are service, activate, and bond. The third day of a wave spell turbocharges the energy, and now we see everything gather momentum. It can be a real live wire of a day. The wave spell energy moves at a particular pace. Day 3 is noticeably when we really start to get going. On electric days, we can experience a boost of energy, and this helps get things done. It's seldom relaxing, so you may feel a little burnout by the end of the day. Today is White Wizard, and its keywords are enchant, receptivity, and timelessness. The wizard has charm and can put you under a spell, leaving you mesmerized. He invites you down the rabbit hole, so be prepared for unusual experiences. You too can be a wizard yourself today and charm your way through any situation. As it is an electric day, we all can activate to enchant. This means there is a lot of power we can access today, and any spells we cast have a great chance of working. If you are a wizard, you'll enjoy being this powerful today. For the rest of us, make sure you don't fall under a spell. Not all enchanters have your best interests at heart. It is always better to do the enchanting rather than be under an enchantment. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Electric Wizard, 3 Ish, Keen 94, 20th of August, 2022. The most powerful wizard of them all. We have a strong planetary calling today for all the wizards of the dream spell to bond together and cast forth the greatest white magic dream spell that the world has ever seen, uniting us all in a sparkling grid of love, compassion, and devotion through our enchanted hearts, reclaiming our sovereign divine power and empowering the highest golden age timeline for humanity and Gaia. Draw forth this potent electrical power through our planetary grid system today and fully anchor the white magic through our unified hearts. Together we are strongest, and nothing can extinguish our ever-brightening light, and resolve to claim our victory. Please take some time today to add your magic to the vision of New Earth filled with peace, beauty, abundance, and divine humans living together in harmony. Amen. Note 1111 or 707 are especially potent times for this activation. Activating service. Victory to the light. 28-2022 equal 286 equal 214 equal 25 equal 7. 27. Awakening to more magic. Day codes 20. The awakening clear vision. 2.